Okay, before I start this, I just want to say thank you so much for hearing me out. This isn't easy for me, but I understand that it would be even harder for you to just click on this video. Considering what I've done, thank you for being here. It's time for me to take accountability for hurting so many of you. And I know that phrase gets thrown around a lot, but I really mean it this time. This isn't like last time, or the time before that. I'm going to do better this time. My behaviour is going to change. If you're watching this video, then you probably already know I pride myself on being as open and honest as possible with you guys at all times. And yes, it may have taken getting cancelled to tell you all what I'm about to tell you, but it's the right thing to do. So the fateful day all began when I released my last video, Quick Craft Queens number 3. A user named SurfGamerBro69420 left a really horrible comment. And usually, I wouldn't let that kind of thing get to me. You guys know me. I'm really secure, so. Basically, he said in a shot where there was a close-up of my arm that I must be a part of the celebrity conspiracy theory of lizard people. And guys, while I was flattered, I'm not a celebrity. You know me, like I'm
just like a down-to-earth normal Aussie gal.
But what he said about my skin really hurt. So I did some deep diving on the net and I found something that shocked me. Apparently, you're supposed to moisturize after every single shower. I didn't know. So if it weren't for that comment, I never would have felt the need to get moisturizer. And where do you get moisturizer? The supermarket. That's right. This is where the story truly begins. And having dry skin is not an excuse for the events that followed, but I think we can all agree, if I hadn't received that truly hateful comment, none of this would have happened. Sorry. Sorry. It's really itchy. Probably from the budget moisturizer. Like I said, I went to the supermarket and it was because I was at the supermarket getting the lotion that I'm sorry. How was I to know that I was gonna get caught, okay? It's not that bizarre to check out an avocado as an onion. Lots of people do it. And this is the thing, okay, like I said,
I need to take accountability.
I'm not using this as an excuse at all, but if I knew about the moisturizer in the first place, guys, I never would have needed to be there and none of this would have happened. And I've been seeing a lot of comments online replying to my tweet. I'll put it here if you need to see it. Yes, it was hurtful. Yes, it was unnecessary. Yes, Doris from Woolworths, I have given her a personal apology, just one-on-one, as well as some compensation. But I cannot be more clear about this, guys. I'm taking full responsibility for this. I'm going to be working on myself, working on my tone, working on the way that I use internet responsibly and safely, non-threateningly, and I'm gonna do better, okay?
I promise you.
My first step is to change my ways so that I can avoid this mess ever happening again. So I will be going back to how things were before I even heard about lathering your body in a thick lotion after a shower. Because in those times, the before times, there would be no reason for me to go to Woolworths in the first place. So once again, sorry Doris, I hope you like your new Ford Fiesta 2007 because yes, I gave her my car. Yeah, and like she needed a new car, so it was actually a really generous thing for me to do because she was like, when I was there screaming at her, complaining and like, you know, and I was calling her a and calling her a and asking her why the rest of the world got to go scot-free, paying for things at different rates than what they actually are worth because
self-checkout is a scam that we thought that the government gave us so that way we could, you know, live without, you know,
having to work really like incredibly too hard. Like, excuse me for thinking that the government would want that for me because
I think that I'm worth it. I think we're all worth it. Okay? I think we're all worth food that we can afford without having to stop, like, you know, spending the usual hundreds of thousands of dollars on crystal figurines. Like, everyone has to do that, you know? We can't just also have to pay for really expensive food. Like, sorry, I am paying onion prices. But I remember as I was screaming that at her, she was going on and on and on about how she's just working this job to support her family, and that the car had broke down, and that like there was some issue with her kid and like his insulin or something. I don't know, like some kind of asthma inhaler or something. And basically, I just thought, you know what? You're a good person and you know that. And everyone else thinks that you're not because you pick your nose and everyone saw you doing it and then wiping it on that tombstone because you were at a funeral, you were crying. Of course you're gonna have snot, you know, and you just wiped it. And then later people found out you weren't actually attending the funeral. You were just taking a photo shoot like in a graveyard for an aesthetic look that you were doing for like a really specific lookbook. And so like that's what got me in trouble for that. Once again, I don't want to make excuses here because it is really important that I take accountability for all of the things that have led me on my journey to where I am right now. So if I had never done that photo shoot, I would have never had to wipe my snot on that gravestone. So I think we all know what's to blame here.
Halloween.
So, like I said, I've really been learning a lot and I'm only going to continue to do better. And I really encourage you guys to keep calling me out when the things that I'm doing are causing harm, you know, because I feel like out of everyone that I've caused harm to, the number one person is right here. And I don't want to harm myself anymore, you guys. So just in regards to the incident that the Daily Mail is calling Doris Gate, I will be donating the 14 bottles of Dove body lotion that I purchased at Woolworths. Well, actually I'm donating 7 of them and then I'm putting the other 7 on my Depop. So if you want to go purchase my bottles of moisturizer, yes, from the famous Doris Gate scandal, the link is, as always, down below. So thank you so much for getting this far. If you have, I really appreciate your time. And like I said at the beginning, this is hard for me, but I can only imagine what this is like for you. So I am deeply, truly,
Spiritually, mentally,
Emotionally, physically,
fully sorry. I know this upload wasn't on my usual Monday, Thursday schedule, but I'll be back in 2 days with part 27 of my yeast infection blog series. See you then! Wasn't that nice? Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, follow me on social media, and I hope you have a great day.